All right, let's dive into this idea of self-reliance. And honestly, it's rooted in such a simple yet profound truth. Imam Ali once said, "The most honourable disinterest is freeing oneself from demands and desires." And, at first glance, it might seem like something that's just, kind of poetic. But when you break it down, there's so much depth here. So what does it really mean, this honourable disinterest? It's not just about pushing away materialistic cravings or money or stuff like that. It's deeper. It's about freeing yourself, mentally and emotionally, from wanting things from others, whether it's validation, approval, or help that you don't really need. That's where real dignity comes in. Now picture this. Imagine two people in a food line. The first guy's constantly turning his head, asking everyone around, "Hey, can you spare this? Can I get that? Just a little." And then there's the second guy. He's content. He's got his little piece of bread or whatever, and he's fine with it. He's saying, this is mine and I can make it work. In that moment, who do you think feels more proud, more in control of their life? It's not about who has more or less, really. It's about how they're handling the situation. That second person, maybe they have less, but they've got this powerful sense of self-respect. And this is what Imam Ali is hinting at. The idea that when you stop relying on others to fill your needs, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. In spirit, anyway. And it's such a refreshing perspective, don't you think? Because in a world that's always kind of pushing us to ask for more, get more, want more, this mindset is like a quiet rebellion in a way. And here's the thing I find fascinating. Most of the time, the stuff we ask for, whether it's favours, help, or even attention, it's not really crucial. Research or, life experiences kind of show that about 80% of what we request isn't absolutely necessary. That's a lot, right? It really makes you wonder why we put ourselves in those positions. See, the problem is every time we lean on others for things we don't actually need, it chips away at something. Our independence, our confidence, maybe even our pride. And I've been there too. I remember this one time. Oh man. There was a project I had to finish all by myself. No shortcuts, no calling in favours. Honestly, at first I felt completely overwhelmed. But when I finally got it done, without needing anyone else, I realised something. There was this pride, this dignity that came from knowing I could handle it on my own. You know what I mean? It's that same kind of principle Imam Ali was talking about. When you ask for less, when you expect less from others, whether it's money or even kindness you didn't earn, it's like you're giving yourself permission to, stand a little taller, to say, I'm handling this and feel good about it. Because needing less isn't always easy. But the dignity it brings, that's something that stays with you. When we talk about freedom, it's usually about big, bold ideas. Independence, autonomy, breaking free from some big external force. But what if true freedom is actually quieter than that? What if it's less about gaining more and more about just, needing less? Here's the thing. When you free yourself from relying on others, whether it's for material things or approval or, just even reassurance, you also let go of their expectations, their judgments. And that's where the real liberation lives. It's like cutting the strings that tie you down, right? And the modern world, it's relentless in its message that more is better, bigger house, higher salary, more followers. It just keeps piling on. But stepping back, simplifying, and asking yourself, what do I really need to feel fulfilled? It's freeing in a way that nothing material can ever touch. I mean, think about it. When you're self-sufficient, when you stop chasing what doesn't actually serve you, you're not just reducing clutter in your life, you're finding peace, inner peace. And when you have that, it's not just a personal win, it's a rebellion against all the noise telling you otherwise. So true contentment, it doesn't come from abundance, but from self-sufficiency. From saying, this is enough, I'm enough. And in a world that's obsessed with more, that kind of mindset, it's like a breath of fresh air. And on that note, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for spending this time with me. Remember, sometimes the greatest dignity lies in needing less. Until next time, take care of yourselves and stay free.